Welcome, everybody, to this week's episode. We really appreciate you joining us. This podcast really shows us how we can all learn, live, and thrive off of each other. By sharing our knowledge through our conversations, we will impart some knowledge whilst learning ourselves how to progress even further. Here is your host.
Hey creators, this is Rolain here and welcome to the Writers Creator Space, a space where you as an author or aspiring author can get inspiration, advice, tips and encouragement on your self-publishing journey. This is episode 25 and today I will be talking about the importance of having an author platform. As writers, we all need a platform because without one, no one knows what the heck we are doing, right? And we remain in obscurity. But now this is the thing, is that authors are usually known to be introverts. But to grow and to expand, we need people to know what we are doing and what we are about. And the only way to do that is by creating a platform. So this week I have no personal writing news. That was by design because this is a huge topic and there's so much to share. So without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Now, I was listening to a podcast interview recently, and the host was talking to a CEO of a publishing house. And it was a small house, but it was an interesting interview. And there was a statement made by the CEO that caught my attention. She was asked about some of the things that they look for when choosing people to work with. And one of those things that they look for is that the author has to have some kind of social media presence. And not having a presence was a deal breaker for them. And in fact, that author wouldn't be able to work with them. And I thought that was very interesting to hear because there is this perception, like I'm always saying that if you get traditionally published, you don't have to work on marketing or you have to do very little. But the truth is that you do have to get involved in marketing your book. And in this day and age, this is the new norm. No more is it possible, I think, where you just get a whole bunch of cash and you pay someone and they do everything for you. And you don't want to get to that place. You also want to have an understanding of how marketing works, and I think it's advantageous for you and how to sell your books in the long run. So there is no running away from the fact that you have to learn to market your book, and one of the most effective ways of doing that is by creating a platform. Now in this age, it's so much easier. Well, in this digital age, it's so much easier to create a platform. But also take note that though it's easier now to create a platform, it doesn't mean that it's easy to do. Building a platform for yourself takes time. It takes hard work, patience, resilience, determination, courage, and persistence. Because there are people out there who need to hear what you have to share, right? Who need to hear your message. But it takes time. It takes hard work finding them. And that's important to know as we move forward. And this was like a little intro into my main topic. And I thought this was important to start off with so you understand what this whole author platform is about. So right now, I want to get into how you actually create a platform. And I'm going to be talking about two things because I think these are very important. So let's get into that. And the first thing that you need to grow your author platform is with the relationships that you have, the people around you. And, and don't take them for granted. Don't take the relationships that you have for granted. I mean, and I'm talking about the physical relationships that you have. Are you talking to them about what you are doing or aspiring to do? Do they know what you are passionate about? And these people form a part of your platform because some of those people are going to support you because they believe in you. And again, so don't take them for granted. Make sure that you are forming strong friendships and relationships with the people you interact with. And I remember for me, when I published my book in 2020, my first book, I would say that 95% of the sales, they came from people that I knew, people that I spoke to, people that I had relationship with. For some of those people, they never knew I was a writer. So when I told them what I did, they were ready to support me. And again, I just want to highlight how important this piece is, because some of the times we just think it's important to build up our digital platform and that's it. But our physical platform is very important, and there are ways we can grow it, right? So yes, there's the people that we know, but in the city that we live, in the neighborhood that we live, in the town that we live, are you engaging in the bookshops? Are you going out there and finding out these places that you can promote your book in, or you can sell your book in? Are you talking to those people? Because again, this is a very important part to building your platform. And like I said, for me, it contributed to 95% of the sales that came in. So guess what? When my second book comes out, I'm going to approach those people, but I'm also going to be thinking about how to sell my book to even more people, because now I know more and I know how important this is, and I'm not taking it for granted. So my encouragement to you is don't take this don't take this part for granted. There is so much that can come from it, and your book can go so much further, because remember, that person that buys your book, since they've seen you, they know you, they're gonna advertise your book to their friends and their friends and their friends, and it goes on and on and on. So that is very important. So let's get into now the second way to build your platform, and that is with digital marketing. And it's so big. I'm not going to go through all the channels like the email marketing and the SEO optimization and all these things. I want to focus on one channel, and that is social media. Before I go on, though, I want to make something very clear, that when building a platform, you need to understand that it's not possible to reach everyone. So that should not be your goal, because there are no two people alike. And what I mean by that is there are going to be some people that like your book and some people that don't like your book, and there are going to be even some people that don't care about your book, right? So trying to write a book that everyone likes will just water down what you've got to say, will water down your powerful message, because you're spreading yourself so thin. So my word of advice is stop trying to market to everyone. Instead, find your tribe. Take the time to learn who the people are that you need to talk to. Learn where they are, that is all very important. But anyway, let's get back to this channel, the social media. And you can build a platform using Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, right? There's TikTok, there's Clubhouse, there's LinkedIn, there's all these channels. The list goes on and on and on. And remember what I said, it's getting so much easier these days to actually create a platform for yourself. But just because it's getting easier doesn't mean it's easy to do. And remember, again, don't try to be on everything. Be on the things that you are comfortable with. Be on the things that you are on frequently, because that's what I did. I looked at what I was doing, and when I began, I remember I was blogging. I was on WordPress. One of my best friends introduced me to it, and I loved it. For the first few years, I loved it because I was interacting with people there. I was getting to know people, and I still know some of the people from 9 years ago. That's how long I've had my blog for, and that I was building my platform with that. And then, guess what? I realized sometime down the line, as I began blogging, I realized that I could write short messages or short versions of what I was doing on my blogs, and I could post them on Facebook. So that's what I did. And it wasn't a chore for me because I was already on Facebook, so now I was just repurposing it to publish what I did. And then over time, I did the same thing on Instagram. I was already on Instagram and realized, oh, wow, I could use that to promote what I do. So guess what I did? I used that. Then there was LinkedIn, and I was already on that. So as you can see, it's things where I was already using that I was comfortable using with. So it wasn't a chore. It wasn't hard for me to say, hey, today I'm going to post something on Facebook or on Instagram or on LinkedIn. These are the things. And then there's YouTube, and then there's podcasting, then there's Pinterest. And even actually currently right now I'm learning about Pinterest and how it's a great tool for authors, but that right now I am learning it. I've just discovered it, So again, there are things where I was already on Pinterest and I was using it for something else, but I didn't know as far as writing that it could be a great platform for me. So with all these things, my platform has grown, and a lot of the people that I have are from all these sites that I'm on, and that's important for you to know. So this is how you can grow your author platform, is by using these sites that you're on. But again, you need to be asking yourself, where are you on the most? What is comfortable for you? Like how I asked for me, these were the sites that I was most comfortable on, and these were the sites I was on the most, right? And like I said, from these, and my platform comprises of people from all these sites, and it's taken time to get where I am. I think I'm still, this is for me, I feel like this is still the beginning for me. Like I said, I just started YouTube and podcasting last year. And I'm only just beginning to learn how to use Pinterest for my writing. So I know I'm still in the beginning of this whole journey of building my platform. I'm nowhere close to the kind of people as in the amount of people that I want on my platform and the kind of people that I want. I'm still learning this. I'm still trying things out and testing them, and I think you need to be doing the same thing. So even if you're on one platform, then do the work, then try it out, then test some things, but create your platform using that one site. And if you can, just try to use another one. What can you learn? Don't just go on something because someone said it's fun. Don't just go, for example, on TikTok and you know nothing about it. You're not passionate about it. You don't like it. No, try out other things that you like and test them out and try them out, because like I said, for me, there's still a long way to go, right? I'm growing my platform one person at a time or a few people at a time. And that's how you need to look at it, and you have to be okay with that, right? So, and this one other thing, I know of people right now who are using their WhatsApp statuses to build their platform, right? They broadcast what they do. They tell people what they're currently doing or what they're writing. And that's another way to grow your platform. So as you can see, there is so many ways using social media to build your platform. And it's like I said, it's becoming easier to do, but it doesn't mean that it's easy to do. But are you prepared to put in the time? Are you prepared to do the hard work of building your platform? Are you prepared to open up and put yourself out there? Because for me, that's again something that I had to deal with, because I didn't like being in front of people. So when I realized that, oh man, I need to have a YouTube channel because I want to talk to people about my book and do videos, I realized I had to put myself out there, and that's one of the things I had to learn. These were some of the things needed to build a platform for myself. So these are the kind of things that you need to think about, and you know what? You can do it. So with that, I have come to the end of this episode. And so what were some of the things that stood out to you? And if you have a platform, how did you build it? I would really love to hear your thoughts on this. So you can comment below or on my Facebook page. You can also email me. And as always, the links will be in the show notes. And remember to share this episode. And if you liked it, please consider giving us a 5-star rating. So with that, I will see you next week. And remember, you have a story worth sharing.
Loved what you've heard on this week's episode? Well, the answer is simple. It would mean the world to us if you could head over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review and feedback. Spreading the word really is the best way to grow our podcast and achieve even greater things. Thank you.